And welcome back to Dolynny TV. This is a little bit more of a personal kind of video today, guys. I was going to get the Arizona Coyotes game preview up. I still might. We will just see and have to wait and see, won't we? But it's been a crazy week and a half of change here on Dolynny TV, that's for sure. We know we've had a total wild time the past week and a half. However, things have kind of rolled out, and I mean, you guys have seen in the community tab on Dolynny TV, you've seen in your subscriptions feed, you've seen in the videos themselves, kind of what's happened over the past week and a half here. Obviously, the one thing I'd like to address right now, just to kind of get into where I'm leading with this, is the mental aspect of doing sports, doing YouTube every single day. It's all a mental game, guys. And if you're sitting here thinking, okay, well, I'd like to start a YouTube channel, man, work with you, do some Oilers stuff one day, that'd be cool. Well, thing is, number one thing is you've got to be tough mentally, and that's one thing I'm not always the sharpest at. And I mean, then you throw in the hectic ability of life, and you throw in work, and you throw in trying to get day-to-day stuff done as well. It's a tough grind. I'm not trying to sit here and complain about it, but being realistic, I've gone under the radar, gone over the radar, gone off the map a couple of times on YouTube, and I don't want to get there, so I just want to clarify what we're standing at as a community right now here on Dolynny TV. So, the Oilers, we know the situation, we'll be fine with the situation, what it is at this point, and we don't need to address that in this video. Because as simple as I can put it, I'm not exactly in it mentally right now. I mean, 82 game schedule, that's a tough go. You're going to have a few days off, right? Whether it be over the All-Star break, that kind of thing, if you're an NHL player. As a YouTuber, well, this is kind of the toughest time of the year, and here I am cracking and not exactly getting the job done. However, it's not just entirely because, oh man, all of a sudden my head fell out of it, the Oilers fell out. No, there's a lot more going on behind the scenes than a lot of you guys might realize, and I've had to answer some of these questions, and I've already talked about the copyright strike right off the top. But starting back a couple of days ago, about a week and a half ago, when this all kind of fell apart, the train really derailed the past week and a half here on Dolynny TV. All the momentum we've built up and everything, we had everything going real good leading into the trade deadline, and then post-trade deadline, man, we were having a great time. However, everything fell off the tracks about a week and a half ago when I lost my editing software. Of course, that's the joy of being a student, right? As a student, you can get some sweet gigs with the Adobe Creative Cloud, and you can get it real nice and cheap, or you can get it for free, that kind of deal. Me, I got it for free, knowing a couple of teachers that would help me out, and well, here all of a sudden I am losing my Adobe Cloud access because the subscription was not renewed because I couldn't renew it myself. Well, that's tough, right? That's all of a sudden tough. So that takes away the editing side of things, the nice thumbnails that I've been producing, and pretty much the graphics as well. So you look at that, what does that mean? That means that's why I don't have my intro at the start of my videos right now, because I can't piece that together at the start no more. I don't have those pretty thumbnails, and realistically everything else just plain straight video now because of it. And that's really unfortunate, because that's one thing, as somebody who went to NAIT for broadcasting, that's what I pride myself on. And I tried finding some other solutions, some free fixes, or some other side of stuff, maybe pay for something different, and it's just a matter of, if you want quality, you're gonna pay for the Adobe Creative Cloud. That's the only way about it. And realistically, just with everything the way it is right now, trying to move out, get my own space, get a studio set up, all that kind of good stuff, I really don't feel comfortable spending the money. And that's not me at all asking for it. Do not go out there and think that, because I don't want that at all, and realistically, we're not going there. But what I'm saying is, it's just right now my priorities are in life elsewhere, unfortunately. However, right now, as long as you're fine running this system, I'm fine running this system. Simple as that. If we're good just doing Oilers talks, mono a mono like this, no intro, nothing fancy, just me spouting off and then you spouting off in the comments section, I am totally fine with that. Like I said, as a broadcasting guy from NAIT, it feels bad, feels wrong to do it this way, but what other choice do I have if I'm not going to allow myself the choice, right? So that's where we sit with the editing software. Sorry, I touched the cats, now I touch my eyes. That's of course the way it goes. So that's where we sit with that whole mess, and that's when the train, like I said, really started derailing. Because then suddenly I had to use NHL pictures as thumbnails. Then all of a sudden, right, like what happens? And the big change, the big shift in what really was going on up here for me on YouTube started a couple of days ago when all of a sudden YouTube switched over their live streaming program. So like there's back-end live streaming for YouTube. I'm sure some of you guys are aware of that. However, what ended up happening is you take a look at the old side of things. Man, life was good. Old side of things was good. Never had one copyright claim, never had nothing. Everything was good. All of a sudden I try this new system for the first time, and before I can even live stream, guys, my live streaming ability was taken away from me. I got a copyright strike on my channel, which disables my live streaming, which now puts me 2 copyright strikes away from losing the channel completely. Now, obviously, there's a couple of things you're going to say, and I have read from you guys. You're going to say you got to dispute that. You gotta fight it. You got to do something. The thing is, okay, if I fight that, I have to start a legal claim with YouTube, because the thing the NHL did with their copyright notice is they actually submitted a legal form in essence of why it needed to be taken down. I'm sure it's a pre-drafted legal form that they just ship off to YouTube, and it's done like that by a robot. However, the thing is, as soon as you get into legal, they can sue me if they feel my points are weak enough and they can gain something from me, and that's a risk I'm just not willing to take at this point, and that's the tough hands are tied situation. And I mean, up until that New Jersey Devils game, I was thinking, man, geez, the chances of the playoffs are looking all right. Like, that will really suck come playoff time when we can't sit there and live and breathe and die together during these games. And that was just really playing with me. And of course, you guys have seen, I haven't replied to all the comments, and you know I'm very good for getting back to everybody's comment when it comes time. So, right, mental game, all this. So really, I'm fighting myself on how to get this done, fighting myself on how to properly think the game, think everything, right? Think YouTube, think how I'm going to go forward. The copyright strike expires mid-June. However, that means nothing to me, because what's it to say I won't get another one? What's it to say, right? Like, and June. What's June? June, the playoffs are done. Like, I mean, there's the draft. Sure, there's the draft, but I'd rather do a wrap-up video and just get it done that way, because it would make a lot more sense now, wouldn't it? So, right there, it's tough. It's absolutely friggin' tough, I must say. Because, what? I don't know. I just feel like my options are very, very limited, and I don't like being backed into a corner. I like having plan B, plan C, plan D all in line to fall right after A. And right now with this editing software, with this copyright notice, I really don't have plan A, B, C, and D in place. Plan A is out the window, obviously, 2 times over. Plan B, she didn't exist, because that's something I just didn't build a fail-safe for. So guys, essentially, I guess what I'm saying in all of this, I'm apologizing to you guys for how quickly the train has fallen off the tracks. Obviously, back to back some days without videos. I see that on my analytics. I see that on your side as well. Because if I'm not producing content, there's really no reason to come in. I'm missing out on conversations, and that really, really sucks. And if I'm not replying to comments, then all of a sudden, right, it just all snowballs into its own self. And then all of a sudden become the questions, right? Why is this missing? What's going on? And that's why I'm just trying to do this video. I just want to explain to you guys exactly what's happened here the past couple of days, and try and make sense of why you guys have seen changes in what's happened here on the channel over the past week and a half. And really, all I got to say is sorry. I mean, I know you guys deserve better. I can do better, but it's just a matter of right now where life needs to be prioritized is what I'm doing. And I mean, I do apologize for that as well. I should be giving myself an equal shake every aspect of my life. However, I seem to have this sick thing about me that I need to prioritize one thing in life, and that's moving on, moving up. And sometimes I can't see the bigger picture that you guys have gotten me quite a long ways already. So why give up on that as it is? Guys, I'm Tyson. This is Dolynny TV. Thank you so much for listening to me ramble, watching me rub my eyes. I will probably catch you a little bit later on for that Arizona Coyotes game preview. I am up on out of here.